and brimstone, swinging tonight, dancing through the darkness, beneath the moonlight. World's gone crazy, ain't nothing right, but we'll keep swinging till the end of the night. People running wild, trying to find their way, but we're gonna dance all our troubles away. Popping loud as the world crumbles, we'll dance proud, nothing can stop us, nothing can break our stride. We're swinging to the end, side by side.
War never changes. The Romans waged...
Picture a post-apocalyptic world where survival is the name of the game. Welcome to the universe of the Fallout series. This beloved video game series began its journey in the late 90s, specifically in 1997, when Interplay Entertainment introduced the first Fallout game to the world. What set this game apart was its unique blend of elements. It was one of the pioneers of the open-world environment, a feature that has now become a staple in many gaming franchises. The ability to explore a vast, desolate world, riddled with danger and opportunities at every corner, was a concept that resonated with many gamers. But Fallout wasn't just about exploration, it was also about strategy. The game utilized a turn-based combat system, a nod to traditional tabletop RPG mechanics. This system added a layer of depth and complexity to the gameplay, requiring players to think carefully about their moves and actions. It was a game that rewarded patience and strategy over brute force. Yet, what truly set Fallout apart was its tone. It was a post-apocalyptic game, yes, but one that didn't shy away from injecting a dose of dark humor into its narrative.
Fine job making it through the defenses, mate. I'm rather impressed. Toss me your name. Well, na. How did a total such as yourself get past my defenses? Sorry, no idiot savants allowed. We like good conversation here. Jasmine, show our drooling friend the door, please.
The story begins with a desperate quest for a water chip.
You're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system is giving up the ghost. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water.
A vital component needed to sustain your vault, a Fallout shelter housing remnants of humanity. As a vault dweller, you traverse through the barren wasteland, encountering diverse communities, deadly creatures, and remnants of a world long past. The journey leads to a climactic confrontation with the Master, a grotesque figure whose plans threaten the very existence of humanity. The game's mechanics are as compelling as its story. The turn-based combat system keeps you on edge, strategy and foresight becoming your best weapons. The introduction of the Special System, an acronym for Strength, Perception, Endurance, Charisma, Intelligence, Agility, and Luck, adds depth to character development, allowing for a personalized gaming experience. With its compelling story and unique mechanics, Fallout 1 set the stage for an iconic series. With the success of the first game, it didn't take long for Fallout 2 to hit the gaming world.
War never changes. The end of the world occurred pretty much as we had predicted.
With its release, the developers built upon the solid foundation of the inaugural game, introducing a host of improvements and changes that took the series to new heights. Fallout 2 was not just a sequel, but an evolution. It expanded upon the game mechanics of its predecessor. Fallout 2 was a veritable evolution of the series, taking the solid foundation of the first game and building upon it. Following Fallout 2, we saw the release of Fallout Tactics: Brotherhood of Steel.
Can't hunt. All right, you mutated redneck green-skinned sacks of irradiated flesh, listen up. I am Paladin Rychek. I am in charge of training you backward maggots in the art of war and survival. In my time in the Brotherhood, I have personally trained more than 50 initiates, and I am proud to say almost 14 of them are still alive and kicking. And one final thing, ladies. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel.
This installment deviated from the traditional role-playing game format, instead focusing on squad-based combat. While it was a departure from the norm, it still maintained the essence of the Fallout series, featuring the same humor and tone that players had come to love. They expanded the Fallout universe, introduced new gameplay elements, and deepened the lore, all while maintaining the humor and tone that set the series apart. These sequels served to cement the Fallout series as a staple in the gaming world. In 2008, the gaming world was shaken by the release of Fallout 3.
I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of, being complete.
War. War never changes.
It was a bold leap for the series, trading the familiar isometric perspective for a fully immersive first-person view. This shift wasn't just cosmetic, it fundamentally transformed how players interacted with the post-apocalyptic world of Fallout. The introduction of the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, or VATS, was a game-changing innovation. This unique mechanic allowed players to pause the game in the heat of combat, select their target's body parts, and in a spectacular display of cinematic violence, execute precision attacks. VATS cleverly married the tactical depth of turn-based combat with the immediacy and thrill of a first-person shooter, creating a hybrid combat system that was both strategic and visceral. But the innovations didn't stop there. Fallout 3 also introduced a fully open world, a sprawling radioactive wasteland for players to explore at their leisure. The game also introduced new factions, like the Railroad, a group dedicated to freeing sentient robots from slavery.
All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be.
The game also ramped up the variety of weapons and enemies. Players could now wield anything from a humble .32 pistol
Dancing through the darkness, beneath the moonlight. World's gone crazy, ain't nothing right, but we'll keep swinging till the end of the night. People running wild, trying to find their way, but we're gonna dance
to a
on
devastating
troubled
Fat Man mini-nuke launcher. The enemies also became more diverse, with the introduction of creatures like the Mirelurks and the terrifying feral ghouls. Just when we thought the Fallout series couldn't get any better, along came Fallout New Vegas. With Fallout New Vegas, we saw a return to the West Coast, a nod to the origins of the series. But this was not just a simple homecoming. New Vegas brought with it a fresh perspective, a new frontier, and a myriad of unique features that set it apart from its predecessors. One of the standout features of New Vegas was the introduction of factions, a game mechanic that added a whole new layer of complexity to the post-apocalyptic world. The introduction of factions such as the New California Republic, Caesar's Legion, and the enigmatic Mr. House.
Why in the world did you attack President Kimball?
Each faction had its own ethos, goals, and methods, making player choice more meaningful than ever before. The factions weren't just window dressing either. Your choices and allegiances had real, tangible consequences in the game world. This made every decision feel weighty and significant. This unique blend of gritty realism and wry wit was a hit with fans. And speaking of fans, let's not forget their reaction to the game. To say that New Vegas was well received would be an understatement.
Okay. You see, I think Fallout New Vegas is a great game, but it's honestly not my favorite.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but...
War. War never changes.
Get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
Sounds like fun. Sir, Mom, you should come and see me.
Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault.
Evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
Step on the platform in the center.
I love you. Both of you.
We love you too. Oh my god!
Hold on!
Fallout 4 took the series into the next generation. The narrative was more personal, focusing on a parent's desperate search for their child. Set in the Commonwealth, the ruins of Massachusetts, this game took storytelling and player choice to another level. This game also introduced a more dynamic dialogue system, giving players greater control over conversations and their character's personality. Combat saw further refinements with the introduction of a layered armor system and the ability to modify weapons. These mechanics added a level of customization and strategy that had not been seen before in the series. But it also introduced a whole new dimension to the gameplay experience: the settlement building mechanic. This feature allowed players to construct, customize, and manage their very own post-apocalyptic communities, a first in the series. But building settlements was more than just a creative outlet. It was a strategic element that added depth to the gameplay. You had to gather resources, defend your settlements from raider attacks, and keep your settlers happy. Fallout 4 also introduced a more dynamic dialogue system, with a fully voice-acted protagonist.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This was another significant departure from previous titles, where the player character was a silent observer. Now your character had a voice, a personality, adding another layer to the immersive experience.
Go away.
However, these changes were met with mixed reactions from the Fallout fanbase. While many praised the new mechanics and the increased immersion they provided, others felt that these additions detracted from the core role-playing aspects that they had come to love. The voice protagonist in particular sparked debates about the impact on player freedom and character customization. Despite these criticisms, Fallout 4 managed to carve out its own identity within the series. Whether you loved it or not, it was undeniably a pivotal moment in the series, setting the stage for future installments.
War never changes.
Mountains are shaking, rivers are dry, the world's on fire, there's no denying. People running wild.
With Fallout 76, the series ventured into the world of online multiplayer. This installment took a bold leap, introducing an element of cooperative gameplay in the post-apocalyptic landscape. Players found themselves not against scripted NPCs, but real individuals, adding a whole new layer of unpredictability to the Fallout universe. In terms of story, Fallout 76 delves into the earliest days after the nuclear catastrophe, a fresh perspective for longtime fans. Mechanics-wise, the game brings in cryptids, mythical creatures now made terrifyingly real in the irradiated wilderness. From the elusive Mothman to the terrifying Wendigo, these foes added a unique flavor to the enemy roster. The launch, however, was not without controversy. From server issues to criticisms about the game's balance, Fallout 76 had a challenging start. Despite the hurdles, it paved the way for new and innovative changes in the series, such as the introduction of player-run shops and player-built bases. Despite its rocky start, Fallout 76 represents an exciting new direction for the series. From Fallout 1's humble beginnings to Fallout 76's ambitious multiplayer, the Fallout series has consistently pushed the boundaries of video game storytelling and gameplay. we've journeyed through a rich and immersive post-apocalyptic universe. Each game introduced us to innovative mechanics, from the turn-based combat of the early titles to the real-time VAT system of later installments. The Fallout series has not just been about survival, but about choices and their consequences, about rebuilding and about hope. In the world of Fallout, the only certainty is uncertainty. But one thing is clear: whether you're a lone wanderer or a member of a thriving online community, the Fallout series offers an unforgettable gaming experience.